about Passport Bros, your opinion on this so-called group.
Let me tell you, they weren't even on my radar. You brought it up to me, and then I saw it, and I was just like, oh, that's cute. You know, guys go and get their passports. My son just got his passport last week. He's 9, so that's cool. Passport brothers, that's what's up. Then I started doing the research, and I'm like, wait a minute. Because I grew up, you know, with 2-parent household. My parents still happily married. I grew up in love. Some people grew up in survival mode, and maybe they just in a whole nother dimension of trying to find love or trying to find easy situations and everything. But at the same time, it was like, why do you have to put down the thing that you don't like in front of everybody just to get the thing that you do want? I don't care.
That being black women in America, putting them down for women who may be of color in another country.
Right, that want to be a little more
also submissive to them.
Exactly.
But also paid prostitution in many cases.
And that's what they covering up. And you can tell that by the way that, what's his name, Auston, was talking, because I saw the other videos of him going like, hey, you would have sexual intercourse with me tonight, right? And she's saying, yes. They about to really get a lick on him. That's what's really about to happen. Because I also saw some of the women from overseas saying, yeah, we're just trying to get a lick. You know, they also came out saying, we know these passport bros. They not new.
So essentially, they're chumps themselves.
Yes.
They're simply John on the streets of America. So for those who may be taking advantage of women out there and then trying to humiliate black women in America, your thoughts about that?
I think it's really, really sad. Like, I look at them and I almost want to pity them, but then I don't, because there's a level of ignorance that's deplorable. Go ahead and use that word today. I think that they are taking advantage, at least from what they project themselves to be as a group. They're taking advantage of gender gaps and economic opportunities that are not there in these other countries that are present for us in America, in the States, in Canada, in Scandinavia, all over the world, and not even thinking back to the history of why are women and people made to be so independent in this country today. I think there's so many factors that they shove to the side for their preferences and trying to deem it a movement, which is so disappointing to hear. The civil rights movement was a movement.
Facts.
You know, anti-apartheid movement was a movement.
Come on.
So I'm thinking of passport bros like, this is a shame. You could really take advantage of your opportunity to educate people on how to get a passport, to go overseas, travel the world, and to learn.
So we got a communication specialist right here, and we have a poet. You know, they were talking about Auston Holleman. I believe that's what they were talking about when she said Austin. So here's a shocker. I do agree with what she said. You don't have to put down, and I'm not saying that all passport bros are putting down the sisters, but you don't have, because I did a video reaction of an Asian girl talking about this. I think that sucker shit, especially when you talking to other women about people from your own race or things like that. But on the flip side, you guys are just amounting it to pay for play, which that's not what Passport Bros is about. It's men. There's a lot of people in the U.S., a lot of brothers in the U.S. that haven't really traveled. A lot of people, even within our community, that haven't traveled and don't know what's all out there. As I said before, nobody comes to the U.S. to search for a wife. I'm sorry, this isn't coming to America. Eddie Murphy going to Queens, you know, Prince Hakeem, you know, seeking that. I'm sorry. What men are doing is men are exploring their options. They get a passport. That's cool. You don't have to. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are brothers teaching men how to get passports. It's not hard to get a passport. It's super easy, right? But y'all want to make it as paying for play. Men are paying for play here. Men are paying for play to be with you. We just cutting out the BS. A lot of dudes cutting out the BS for the ones who are going to do that. It's their option to do that. And they're not all doing it. They're just going to explore life, going to have a good time and meet some ladies and spend some time with some good ladies too. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to deal with the, as you said, the freedom that American women have, for lack of a better term, that basically this country is just terrible when it comes to femininity and women basically being mothers and wives, as opposed to these other countries where women are raised to be feminine wives. But let's get back to it, man. This
The
is
fact
crazy.
that now you're putting this stigma on people and black people in America, that is literally mushing us down. I hate that I said mushing, couldn't find a better word right there.
Right.
But
We
like
know what
bringing us
mushing
down.
means.
Right. They all know. They know. But what does that
But
do
to hear
for our
really quick them
perspective?
talk some of them, not all of them, talk so badly about black women in America, saying you guys are too bossy, you're too much, you're not feminine enough for them.
I think that sounds a lot to me like insecurities and the inability to seek what you want with what you have, where you are. That's what I really think about that. It almost disgusts me and is borderline gaslighting to sit here and treat American women, American black women, and try to shut us down because we may be educated or have the ability to obtain certain finances and social status that we're not in other countries.
And you attract
It's a shame.
what you put out there, too.
It's a shame.
All right.
Like, don't
You
put
know
that
that.
on us. Yeah, don't put that on us.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Still ahead.
And oh, bam! Look what we got over here. An OnlyFans page. An OnlyFans page. Imagine that. Imagine that. So when you have, okay, so when your main gripe is that the passport bros, they go in order to get a lick or whatever, and you're mad that supposedly the passport bros are going around and engaging in some sexual prostitution, but then we find out that you are an OnlyFans model. How are we supposed to take you seriously? Like, is the issue really that you think these women are being sexually exploited? Or is it that now you think this is going to be more competition for your OnlyFans page? Or just more competition in general? And I'm like, when I saw this, I was like, Fox News, okay, I'm sorry, can we not do better? And let me just say this. The reason I say better is because if the whole purpose of this interview is only about 6 or 7 minutes, but if the whole purpose of this interview was to try to shame men or was to try to convince black men, passport bros, why they shouldn't go abroad, they literally did the opposite. This, again, to me, is now free promotion for the passport bros. I saw another news article that she was featured in that said that she has 2 kids from 2 different men. She said she grew up in a loving family, but I've seen no talk of marriage. I don't see a ring. She has an OnlyFans page. So you have a single baby mama with 2 kids from 2 different men. Okay, with an OnlyFans page, fine. But I'm like, she is now being the person that you're choosing to try to shame the passport bros because they want traditionally minded women. She's not a traditionally minded woman based upon her own lifestyle that she's chosen. And so it's like, if you're really going to try to build a case, if the whole idea is, okay, let's try to shame these men, they chose the wrong woman to do it.
Right.
A woman with an OnlyFans page complaining that these men are going around for sex tourism is not the woman you should get to try to shame men. Okay? Like, it's just, the optics to me were like, really?
Yo, shout out to I've seen this is it Shez Sade? Shout out to her, man, for calling this out. It's definitely some strange things going on here, and it's very strange that they chose this woman to be the face of it. You know what I'm saying? Or not the face, but to actually ask her about it. You have an OnlyFans account, single mother of 2, calling out passport bros that are just exercising their options. It's a movement. It is a movement. If fellas are hashtagging it, telling other fellas to get their passports, and men are waking up and realizing that they have options outside the U.S. to get a feminine woman or to level the dating playing field by spending their dollars on women that are feminine, fit, friendly, and getting what they want rather than trying to twist your arm or pressurize you to be a certain way. Fellas, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. This is crazy. This is ridiculous. We got an OnlyFans single mother of 2 talking like this when she should just be quiet. But nowadays, what you notice with women have an opinion regardless. They could have 10, 15, 20 kids. They still feel like they're top of the line, should be chosen, and whatever like that. But hey, I digress, man. Strange story. Fellas, keep doing your thing. Get your passports. The world is huge. The world is big. There's tons of women out there for you to meet. Go ahead and sign up, guys. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps to support the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And with that being said, much blessings and abundance. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen. And that's where I'm going to see you guys at. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto you